Hi everyone, today I have 4 favorites to share with you. I'm calling it 4 favorites because I skipped the month of September and basically a 2 months combined favorites. So let's get started. And the first thing I want to share with you is from the Makeup from Organic Pharmacy company, and it is a skincare company that's based in the UK, and they are very famous for organic, really good skincare, and they're particularly famous for a carrot cleansing butter. So I think many of you know this company, but they also have a makeup section, and they for some reason changed their name. They call it Organic Glam, and it looks like this. So it's sort of like a OG written on the packaging, and they are quite pricey, but their products is absolutely amazing. And the first thing I want to share with you is this nail polish, and I bought it in a color called baby pink, and I also bought other pink color, but I prefer this color a lot more. Their ingredients is very natural, and I wasn't expecting that, you know, a lot from the products, because I used to use like a toxin free or organic products, not like natural based nail polish before, but they're either like have a funny smell, or it's not completely opaque, or streaky, or it's not shiny enough. This one is pretty amazing. I'm wearing it today and it looks like this, and I had like really quick 2 coats. It dries really fast and it's shiny enough for me on a daily use, and if I wanted to have extra shine I can just use a top coat anyway. And I was recently into very like natural type of products, because I was reading about like how much products do you absorb in a day once you start wearing it, and apparently like 60% of the chemicals or whatever you put on your body or face is get absorbed. So I was like, right, I need to invest in some of the natural products, because I used to use a lot of toxic but the amazing color type of products, and I was completely happy with it, but I thought it's a good for a change. But as always, it's slightly more expensive side than the normal product, so I think it was about like £11.50. So for this size, which is 11 milliliters, it's a little bit expensive, and it's sort of like a comparable to high-end products, but I think it's absolutely worth it if you're, especially if you're really into organic products. And the next thing I want to share with you is the same company, Organic Glam, and it's this lipstick which I'm wearing today, and I think this is a very appropriate fall color. The color is called red, and the packaging looks like this, and it comes out like that. So it's not so red. The definition of red for myself, I guess it's quite different for everybody. I like it slightly lighter than this color, and it's sort of like cherry, a little bit of plum with a lot of pink in it type of color. So I wouldn't call this red, but nonetheless I love the color, and I think it's very appropriate to wear right now, and it's very comfortable to wear, and it does not cause you any trouble on your lips. So I freaking love it. The product itself, but not the price tag, because I think it's about like 31 British pounds, or maybe even more, I have to check. But the size is tiny, so if you compare to the high-end products, say like a Christian Dior or Tom Ford lipstick, it's about 1/3 of the size, and the price is the similar or a little bit more expensive. So it's definitely not for everybody, I guess. But if you are into organic products, which you might not care that much about the price tag, then I think you would really love this product. The color payoff is amazing. It stays on. It doesn't get like creasy, or you know, start collecting funny things around the side of your mouth. Like none of that. Like it stays on really nicely, and it doesn't cause any trouble on my lips. So I love it. I want to invest in like more of those from the same company, but they don't have that much like wide color range, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But I might get a pink color, because this is quite dark red for me. And this is a skincare product, and I think many of you know this product, especially if you live in Asia. You see this advertising all over the place. It's from SK2 Stem Power face cream, and it looks like this. They come in 2 sizes, one in 50 gram and one in 80 gram, and I bought it in a smaller size, so 50 gram. I wasn't thinking that much of it, and I was passing through tax-free because I was traveling to Bali the other day, and I was wanting to buy a souvenir for my mother, and I bought a bigger one for my mom, and I was just looking through. So sales assistant person was basically telling me, well, it's great for your mom, but I think you need to try one as yourself as well. So I was like, okay, then I'll try a smaller size. I freaking fell in love with this product straight away. I don't particularly love when a company does aggressive advertisements or those kind of thing. I sort of have a little bit repelling effect. I have more satisfaction by just finding a product myself, reading it myself, doing my own research, and then come to purchase. I'm more that kind of person than just to buy the things that everyone talks about. So I was very skeptical. I was like, well, I'm sure SK2 used quite a lot of money for just the advertisement. I'm paying for that price. And well, maybe I am, but I think it's worth the money because straight after I started using it, I would say after 2-3 nights, my skin had a dramatical difference. Like my skin, especially my pores, is a little bit smaller. I think that's what they're supposed to do anyway. And I used to get a clogged up pores like really quickly, maybe like 2 or 3 days. Like I actually have to do like a deep cleansing, otherwise like I get like really clogged pores and I get like loads of breakouts. But this one sort of changed my life for me. Like if the rate of clogging pores sort of reduced by half, I would say. So like I used to get really clogged pores in the 3 days and now like 1 week. So that is a lot of difference, and my skin feels a lot smoother and happier. And when I'm experiencing some sort of hormonal differences in the month, this sort of covers very well as well. Like I think it sort of resists for that skin problem to come out. So I really like this product, and I'm also thinking of purchasing the eye cream to go with as well. They have a Stem Power eye cream that they just brought out recently as well. So I love this product. So last skincare beauty sort of related products is the deodorant, and then I'm sure it's boring to hear about deodorants, but I really like this deodorant because this is also organic. Well, as you can see, there is an organic theme going on here because I recently got into really natural skincare and body cares and those kind of things, and this is one of the things that I decided to purchase when I'm thinking to go more natural in my daily life. And this is called EXY Light. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I think this is an Australian brand and it looks like this. And apparently it's one of the most famous organic deodorants, and 97.9% of the ingredients here are certified organic, which is pretty amazing, I would say. It smells very nice, fresh lemons. They come in a sort of like 3 or 4 different scents. If you purchase it in Japan, you can buy from Cosme Kitchen, which they sell very natural products in general. They might have more in different countries, but in Japan, currently that's what's available. I bought it in a fresh citrus because I love citrus scent. And it doesn't make that area goes white or powdery or anything, and it doesn't sting around there either, and it goes on nicely. It dries fairly quick. It's really liquidy to start off with, so you have to wait for like 10 to 20 seconds before you put on the clothes, but otherwise it sort of keeps your body free from bad smells basically. Moving on, I have a general favorites here, and you might not get excited as much as I am, but I freaking love this product. I discovered this 2 months ago when I was going through like a serious tiredness from the heat in Japan and sort of humidity and everything in the end of August, beginning of September time, and my body was just generally tired. Like if I sleep, wake up, I'm still tired. I'm actually like not tired, like exhausted, and I just needed to improve myself. And I was doing some research online, and then I heard the citric acid is really good. So I was looking for some products that contains a lot of citric acid and then sort of effectively like moving a lactic acid from your body. So I decided to try apple vinegar. We call it apple vinegar, but I think in the English it's called apple cider vinegar. I don't really know the difference, but in Japan you can only buy apple vinegar, not apple cider vinegar. And I tried a few different types of apple vinegar, and I came across with this particular brand. It's called Horiuchi, I think, and you can buy it in a bigger supermarket. Many supermarket don't stock it, but if you go to a bigger one, I personally bought it from Aeon, which is the one of the big supermarket chain in Japan, and it looks like this, and it's a pure apple vinegar, and it's used organic apple 100%. And I was drawn into this packaging saying, oh, organic 100%, that must be amazing. Well, I'm very sorry, I'm shallow like that. And it was like a double of the price of the rest of the things. And I started using a different apple vinegar from the different company, and then that was super vinegary that I just couldn't drink it. But this one is more fruity and sweeter, and also has a really nice taste. My husband doesn't agree with me. He still thinks this is like a freaking vinegary, and then he thinks I'm like it's very disgusting to drink this, but I really personally like the taste and flavor, and it's very easy to drink for me. So you basically take like 1 tablespoon and then mix it with water, or dilute it as much as you want, whatever, but I usually do like 1:6 ratio to like a vinegar to water ratio. So I drink that once a day. If I'm really tired, twice a day, and the result is almost instant. I'm not exhausted anymore after taking this, and I felt so well after that. It's instant as in like 2-3 hours after drinking it, I sort of had a dramatical difference in like how I actually feel, and I feel like energetic, and it sort of changed a lot for me, and I really love it, and I'm so addicted. This is my 4th bottle that I'm going through, as you can imagine. From in 2 months I went 4 bottles. That's like how fast I drink this thing. So I was sort of advertising to my friends saying, seriously, you have to have this. You've got to try. If you're experiencing some sort of exhaustion or something, then please have this. Some of the friends started saying to me, this doesn't really work for me, it didn't make that much difference for me, but some of them said it's absolutely amazing. So I guess it depends on the type of tiredness you have. I think I must have had like lots of lactic acid in my body that was causing my tiredness and exhaustion. So it was basically like a purely physical tiredness, and my muscle doesn't want to move too much because it's sort of clogged up with this like nasty stuff, and it's sort of citric acid clears everything out. So I am definitely continue drinking this, and I really love it, and I'm so happy I found this. But if you are accessible to apple cider vinegar or apple vinegar, please try it, because especially if you're experiencing some exhaustion, because this really helped me. And if you feel amazing by just drinking vinegar, I think it's not that much price to pay, well, in my opinion. And another beverage I want to talk about is this particular green tea I found in Japan, and I am very extremely picky about green tea. When it comes to green tea, I had loads of different types, and I have loads of different types of brands of green tea, because I used to work in the biggest green tea beverage company in Japan, and I have a license to sort of taste and all that kind of stuff, so I'm really picky on a daily basis as well. And this particular brand is called Ibuki, and it's a normal green tea that's organic. Well, this time I'm not showing it to you just because it's organic, but it tastes amazing. Many of the green tea, and also normal red tea as well, in general, if it's organic, many of the brands taste not so great. Like, you can see a dramatical difference between organic tea and a non-organic tea. Usually the non-organic tea is really delicious. The organic tea is like a drinkable, but I wouldn't prefer that taste type of thing. And then I experienced the same thing in the green tea as well. And this one is no less than the normal green tea, and I love it. And the price point as well, it's not much more expensive than normal high quality green tea. It contains 70 gram, and I think my particular one I bought comes in a pack of 5, and it was about like 4,000 yen, which is about like 40 US dollars and 30 British pounds. For a nice daily green tea, in the Japanese standard, it's not that expensive. Like, especially like if you're into tea and stuff, people pay lots of money for tea in Japan, and for the price, it's normal. It's quite hard to get a hold of because they don't have an internet shop, so I have to find a stockist and go to the actual store to purchase these things. Last not least, this is my like lifetime favorite chocolate ever, and I recently got reunited with this Lindt chocolate, so that's why I am showing you as a monthly favorites. But if I could tell you the monthly favorites about this chocolate, I will show you every single month. But this is a special month for me because my friends from UK came to Japan, and she brought a lot of chocolate that I like from UK. It's actually a Swiss brand, but it's quite hard to access in Japan because they have few Lindt only stores in the central Tokyo area, and it's not so far to travel from where I live now, but it's very expensive to purchase. Well, when it's in the offer in the UK, it's about £1.50, which is about like 250 Japanese yen. But if you buy this particular one in Japan, it's 600 yen. It's almost like a triple of the price. And I just couldn't face and justify paying the price when I know that when I used to live in the UK, I paid like £1.50 for each one. So I told my friends to buy 20 of these so I can last until I next go to UK in the beginning of next year. This is Lindt Excellence Caramel with a touch of sea salt, and the base is the dark chocolate, and the packaging looks like this, and I really love it. I tried most of the Lindt chocolate, especially the Excellence series. I really like 70% and 85%. The 99% was a little bit too much for me, and it sort of feels like my mouth gets dry and all the moist gets sucked up from the chocolate, and I didn't really enjoy that much. But there's something about this caramel with the touch of sea salt is just amazing. I just cannot stop having it, so I have to give myself a cap that I can only have like 2 squares a day, and I really have to stop myself. That's how good it is. So if you're accessible to these products, please try it. If you've never, especially if you never try it, and if you are chocolate lovers, I think you would absolutely love this one. And the next time I go to UK, I will definitely stock up about 30 packages, I would say, because 20 packages, I thought that would be enough to last for another 3 months or so, but it's definitely not enough for me. So these are everything that I've been loving recently, and I really hope you enjoy the video, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!